Hey guys, Josh here. In today's guitar lesson we're going to check out the new song by Ed Sheeran called Afterglow. Now this song's got lots of easy chord changes in it and I think it's going to be great for beginners. So for this song you'll need a capo on the 4th fret, and the very first chord in the verse is our G chord. To play this G chord, we'll put our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string and our 3rd and little finger on the 3rd fret of the B and the E string. We're also aiming to mute the A string with our middle finger. Okay, so for this chord we're also playing the open D and the open G when we're strumming. Okay, so the strumming pattern for this song is as follows. Down, 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 up. Okay, once again. Down, 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 up. This is pretty consistent throughout the whole song. We just play it at different lengths and I will go into more detail about this. Okay, so for the very first G chord, we play our strumming pattern twice. And then the next chord is a C sus2 chord. So this is for the line, you should see the way. So our C sus2 chord is essentially our G, but moving our middle finger down to the 3rd fret of the A. And we will now also be muting the D string. Okay, so if we strum from the A string downwards, it should sound like this. And we are going to play this strumming pattern twice again. After this we move to a D sus4. For our D sus4 we remove our middle finger and we put our first finger on the 2nd fret of the G string and we strum from the D string downwards. This time we're only doing our strumming pattern once. After this we move to an E minor 7 chord. So our E minor 7, we put our first 2 fingers on the 2nd fret of the A and the D strings and we strum from the low E string downwards. Again we are playing our strumming pattern once. From our E minor 7 we then move to our C sus2 and we play the strumming pattern twice. Okay, so that is the first half of the verse and we will go from the beginning. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a few difficult bits there. You might not be used to the E minor 7 chord shape. So what you can do is go from the D sus4, remove your 3rd and your little finger and move your 1st and 2nd up to the 2nd frets of the A and D string. And that gives us our standard E minor chord. Okay, so it sounds like this. There is one other way to simplify this song. If you're struggling with the strumming pattern, then you can just use down, down, up, down on each of the chords. Okay, so it would sound like this instead from the start of the verse. So the second half of the verse starts with Saturday morning's fading. And the chord progression is literally the same, and it's the same with the strumming pattern as well. Okay, so the sun's reflected, and then my eyes are caught to the gaze, and again. Okay, Okay, so for that C sus2, play the strumming pattern twice and we go into the pre-chorus. So for the pre-chorus, it's essentially split into two halves and the chords are the same in each half. Okay, so the very first chord in the pre-chorus is our C sus2, so we're staying on that from the verse and we're going to play our strumming pattern twice. And then we move to our G chord and play it once, and then to our D sus4 and play it once. We're moving back to our C sus2 chord, playing it twice. And then we're going G to D sus4 and the strumming pattern once on each of those. Okay, so that covers the pre-chorus from We Were Love Drunk up until The World Had Disappeared. And then the second half of the pre-chorus is exactly the same chords as the first half. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a playthrough so you can play it along. And it's essentially going to double up as the second half of the pre-chorus. Okay, so we're going for our C sus2. 1, 2, 3, 4. This then leads into the chorus. For the chorus, we go back to our C sus2, we play the strumming pattern twice. Then we go into our G for one of the strumming pattern. To our D sus4 once. Back to our C sus2 twice. And then we're going to our G twice. Okay, so we have now done the verse, the pre-chorus and the chorus, and this just repeats for the rest of the song. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to do a playthrough from the start of the song up into the chorus. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the pre-chorus. Into the chorus. Okay, so now you have learnt the first verse, the pre-chorus and the chorus. You can then use this to play the second verse, the second pre-chorus and the second chorus. Okay, so that is Afterglow by Ed Sheeran. Hope you enjoyed the lesson and I hope to see you next week.